What's up, guys? Good. Just finished workout with Clay Skipworth. Headed back to the house. It's about 5:50 something, and I want to use a saying with you this morning. If there's one thing that drives me crazy as a coach, it is the level a person will go to make an excuse. An excuse is a self-proclaimed opt-out clause that causes a person not to take action. Notice I said self-proclaimed. And I hear them all day long. All day, every day. Take too long, costs too much. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. I'm too busy. And I listen to these excuses. All typically from people not making any money, by the way. Big time people do not make excuses, guys. You never hear somebody in the 25K level talking about they don't have enough time. You never hear my biggest clients talking about they're too busy. You never hear high ordinance thinkers make low ordinance excuses. Now here's the deal. If you want to be a high level thinker and do big things in the world, you got to learn to torch these excuses, guys. Last night I inducted one of my former players into the Hall of Fame. And that girl at 16 years old would come in on Sunday afternoons with a boom box. Back in the days they had those big boom boxes. And she would practice at game speed for 4.5 hours by herself. I would go upstairs and look down and watch her. She never even knew I was watching her. And I would just sit up there as a proud coach and admire how hard she would go. And she shot 93% from the free throw line that year. That means when we had an opportunity to shoot a free throw, I wanted her on that line because she was money in the bank. But you know why she was money in the bank? Because she got her butt in there every Sunday afternoon when everybody else was lollygagging and goofing off and playing around and wasting time and making excuses. And at the country club, laying out in the sun, she was in that gym, guys. She was in that gym. And last night she was rewarded for that by being one of the only players inducted into the Hall of Fame. She deserves every bit of it because she was willing to do things other people are not willing to do. So here's my challenge to you. You want to be a monster or not? You can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out and be great. You can't put 50 cents in a $1 Coke machine and get a $1 Coke out. You can't want a shortcut. You can't want to get in shape, but you don't want to get out of bed and go to the gym. You can't want to grow your business, but you won't prospect. You cannot have it both ways. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. You can't have it both ways. And that's what I see people doing all the time, is they want it both ways. You can't have it both ways. When you pick up one end of the stick, you pick up the other. When you pick up the greatness stick and you want to be great, then you got to be willing to sacrifice and do things other people ain't willing to do. If you want to spend more time with your family, but you want to work out, get up earlier like I do. Get up at 4:30, be in the gym at 5, be home by 6 before your family even wakes up. Bring a trainer to your house. Well, I don't have enough money. You could have enough money if you get out there and sell at a higher level. And this is the cold hard truth. What I'm telling you is the cold hard truth, guys. So sometimes I get in there and work out in the morning, man. I just get exasperated with excuses that I hear in a day. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. You didn't do this. You know, make it happen, man. Make it happen. Okay? I eliminated a whole department. You know the department I eliminated? The excuse department. We don't even have it anymore. Had to downsize it. Wasn't working for me. The excuse department don't work for me. So for you guys, I want you to really, really get in there and get after it. So I'm going to close with this. And I'm not ranting, by the way. You guys have asked me to coach you, and I'm coaching you. You've asked me to get you to a higher level. I'm trying to get you to a higher level. You told me you want to break through your ceiling and plateaus. This is what breaking through your ceiling and plateaus look like. So frustration that gnaws away at you until you do something about it. Your desire to move to a new state is greater than your desire to stay the same. Your B is so strong, I cannot distract you away from it. You got that? So I want to close this video with this. I used to tell the players a chicken lays an egg and she's involved. The hog gives his meat, he's committed. Which are you? The chicken or the hog? Are you going to give part of yourself to the cause and you're halfway in and halfway out? You'll never be great. Never. I don't care what it is. A house divided against itself cannot stand. Straight out of the Bible. When your attention is diverted away from your bee, you'll never be great. The chicken lays an egg. She's involved. The hog gives his meat. He's committed. Which are you? The chicken or the hog? See, you got to make up your mind that you're going to commit. Now, Clay Skipworth asked me this. Why can a person be disciplined in one area of their life but not disciplined in another? Because they ain't ready to be big time yet. Because if they were ready to be big time, they see the intentional congruence between the body, the mind, the heart, and the spirit. All four parts of their nature are clicking on every cylinder. They are physically strong, they are mentally strong, they're emotionally strong, they're spiritually strong. Success in one role doesn't justify failure in another. So the reason why they can be disciplined in one area is because they're not committed. Commitment's the ability to subordinate what I want now for what I want eventually. And it takes willpower, man. It takes willpower. The committed have it. And the ones that don't hire a coach and they go get it. So I really want you to think about this today, guys. As we come into February, I'm going to want your numbers. You can start sending those to info@coachburt.com. What I want to see is your January of last year versus your January of this year. Total revenue. Percentage of growth. I want you to turn that into me, preferably by Friday of this week. And I want to see where you are this year versus where you were last year at this time. And we got a big contest going on. First quarter, top 3 people, most percentage of growth year over year that can prove it, wins one spot with me in Seaside. One spot in Seaside. One bed in Seaside at one of these great retreats. That's a minimum of $2,000, $2,500 value. In some cases, $3,000 value. That is some cheese on the mousetrap to get you moved toward your bee. Sometimes you need an external factor. So, are you the chicken? Are you the hog? One gives meat, the whole self. One gives a little bitty part. Make a commitment to be a monster in all areas of your life. Be a monster husband. Be a monster wife. Be a monster parent. Be a monster producer. Be a monster broker. Be a monster everything. Have some monster faith. Right? Go all in, man. Go all in. I love you guys. Everybody needs a good coach in life. Let's push it hard today.